Yeah. All right. All right. Elmo is what you see. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The problem says if I have 6.53 times 10 to the 5th inches per second, how many miles per hour is that? Do y'all remember this question? So let's take a look at how to solve this using dimensional analysis, and this will be some review for you, all right? If I'm going to put this into a dimensional analysis grid, it would say 6.53 E5. That's how many inches there are in 1 second. All right? So if you look in the original problem, that slash right there is really this bar right here. And if you remember the way you were taught to do dimensional analysis, the trick is to have the squares match each other top and bottom, and the units cancel each other out in the diagonals. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start with seconds. We don't want it to be seconds. We want it to be hours, right? So let's turn seconds into hours. I can easily turn seconds into minutes. Now you'll notice I have seconds on top and bottom now, which will make it disappear. And now I need the numbers that make them equal to each other. How many seconds are there in 1 minute? 60. Not everybody at once. And y'all could all be unmuted if you want to, so y'all can just shout at me. Unless there's dogs barking in the background. All right? Well, now I'm to minutes on bottom, but I don't want minutes. I want hours, so we can do it again. So I'm going to put minutes up top so that minutes disappears. And I do know the conversion factor for minutes to hours. And when I say conversion factor, I'm just referring to making these two squares equal to each other. To make them equal, I would say there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Do you agree? And now look, the seconds will disappear, the minutes will disappear, and I'll be left with hours. Well, now inches is the other issue. I don't want inches, I want miles. So let's change that. To make inches disappear, it's on top, so I need it to be on the bottom, and now it will disappear. Hey, what unit can I convert inches into easily? Feet, all right? Let's go from inches to feet. Now I need the numbers that make that true. 1 foot contains 12 inches. Hey, look, I'm at feet. I don't want feet. I want miles. So let's go again. To make the feet disappear, I want it on bottom. And this is a conversion that like half of you know, but we can go from feet to miles. And if you don't know that conversion factor, then you just have to go look it up. All right? But I know that 1 mile contains 5,280 feet. Inches is on top and on bottom, so it disappears. Feet is on top and on bottom, so it disappears. And I'm left with just miles. Miles per hour. So now we can run the grid. If you remember how to do this, we want to multiply across the top, get a number, multiply across the bottom, get a number, and divide the top product by the bottom product. So I'm going to go 6.53 E5, which just means times 10 to the 5th power, times 60, times 60, and then times 1, but I'm not going to waste my time. And I get a top number, all right? That's a big top number. But remember, we're dividing it by the product on the bottom. Notice how I use parentheses for order of operations. Divided by 1 times 1 times 1 times 12 times 5280. Questions on what I've done before I get an answer? All right. So I get this big number, but I can't report that number because, look, my starting value only had 3 sig figs. So I need to round this to 3 sig figs. So the answer choice is actually going to be 3.71 E4 miles per hour. And you'll notice that that number is the exact same thing as the number on my screen, but rounded to 4 sig figs.